Okay, real talk. Yesterday, I was in a meeting and someone asked for my opinion, and I just froze. Like my brain went completely blank. I literally said, yeah, what they said.
Oh no, but honestly, that happens to so many people, especially when English isn't your first language.
Right? And the worst part is, I actually had an opinion. I knew what I wanted to say, but by the time I figured out how to say it in perfect English, the conversation had moved on.
Okay, first of all, you don't need perfect English. You just need useful English. And that's exactly what we're fixing today.
Wait, really? So today we're talking about how to actually speak up in meetings without panicking?
Exactly. By the end of this episode, you'll have 5 or 6 phrases you can use in any meeting. And they're so simple, you won't forget them.
Okay, that's actually exactly what I need. Hey everyone, I'm Speaker 1.
And I'm Speaker 2. And welcome back to English Speaking Practice, where we make learning English feel like hanging out with friends, not sitting in a classroom.
And hey, if you're new here, we post fun English lessons every week. So hit that subscribe button if you want to actually enjoy improving your English.
Yeah, no boring textbooks here, just real conversations about real situations, like meetings.
Meetings, the place where words go to die in my brain.
Not anymore. So here's what's happening today. First, I'm going to give you 3 simple frameworks for opening your mouth and speaking up. Then we'll cover how to agree and disagree without sounding rude. And then...
Ooh, can we talk about interruptions? Because people always cut me off and I never know what to say.
Yes, great point. We'll cover how to handle interruptions and how to interrupt politely if you need to. And then we'll practice together with real meeting scenarios.
And we've got a memory trick that's going to make all of this stick. Seriously, you won't forget it.
Okay, let's start with the biggest problem. Speaker 1, when you froze in that meeting, what were you trying to say?
I wanted to suggest that we change our approach to the project. We were doing things the hard way, and I had a simpler idea.
Okay, so you had a great idea, but you were probably thinking, how do I say this perfectly, right?
Exactly. I was trying to find the fanciest words, like, I would like to propose an alternative methodology, or something ridiculous.
Yeah, don't do that. Meetings aren't speeches. Here's your first framework. To share an idea, just say, what if we, and then your idea.
That's it? What if we?
That's it. What if we try this instead? What if we start with the research first? It's soft, it's collaborative, and it's not intimidating.
Okay, let me try. What if we change our approach to make it simpler?
Perfect. See, you just said that. No fancy words needed. Here's another one. I'm thinking we could... That one also works great.
I'm thinking we could save time by doing the easy parts first.
Yes, you're literally participating in a meeting right now. 2 phrases already.
Excited. Okay, so what if I want to disagree with someone? Like if my boss says something I think is wrong.
Great question. And this is where people get really nervous. But here's the secret. You don't say you're wrong. You say something softer.
Okay, like what?
Try this. I see it a little differently. That's it. You're not saying they're wrong, you're just saying you have a different perspective.
I see it a little differently. Okay, that's respectful. I like that.
Or if you want to be even softer, say, that's one way to look at it. Another option might be...
Ooh, I love that. That's one way to look at it. That's so polite. It's like, I hear you, but also...
Exactly. You're validating their idea first, then adding yours. Let me give you another one. I agree with part of that, but what about...
Okay, so I'm seeing a pattern here. Start soft, don't attack, then share your idea.
Yes, you've got it. Now, what about if you completely agree with someone? You don't just say yes and stop, right?
No, that feels awkward. What do I say?
Use this. I was just thinking the same thing. That shows you're on the same page. Or try, great point. Building on that.
Great point. Building on that, that makes you sound so smart.
It does. And here's the best part. It's only 3 words. Building on that, I think we should. You're agreeing and adding value.
Okay, this is gold. So let me recap what we have so far. To share an idea, what if we, or I'm thinking we could. To disagree nicely, I see it a little differently, or that's one way to look at it. To agree strongly, I was just thinking the same thing, or great point, building on that.
Look at you! You just summarized everything perfectly. And here's the thing. You can use these in any meeting, any industry, any country.
Okay, but what about when someone interrupts me? Because that happened last week. I was in the middle of my sentence and my coworker just started talking.
Oh, that's the worst. And unfortunately, it happens a lot. But here's what you say. Hold your hand up slightly, like this, and say, let me just finish my thought.
Let me just finish my thought. That's firm, but not rude.
Exactly. You're not attacking them. You're just asking for 2 more seconds. Here's another one. I'm almost done, then you can go.
Okay, that's good. I'm almost done. That's so simple, but it works.
It does. And what about if you need to interrupt someone politely?
Ooh, yeah. Sometimes I have something important to add, but I don't want to be that person who cuts everyone off.
Noted. So try this. Sorry to interrupt, but this is important. Then say your thing quickly.
Sorry to interrupt, but this is important. Okay, that's respectful because you're acknowledging you're interrupting.
Yes. Or if it's less urgent, wait for a pause and say, can I add something here?
Can I add something here? That's so polite. People will say yes every time.
They will. And here's a pro tip. When you ask that question, people naturally stop talking and listen to you. It's like magic.
Okay, I'm definitely using that in my next meeting. But speaker 2, what if I don't understand something? Like, what if someone uses a word I don't know or explains something confusing?
Great question. And this happens to everyone, even native speakers. Here's what you say. Could you clarify what you mean by that?
Could you clarify what you mean by that? That sounds so professional.
It does. And it's much better than saying, I don't understand, which can feel embarrassing. Clarify is a great word because it makes you sound smart, not confused.
Okay, I'm using that tomorrow. What about, can you give me an example? Does that work?
Yes, that's perfect. Can you give me an example? That's probably the best question you can ask in any meeting because examples make everything clearer.
Okay, so we've got, 8 or 9 phrases now, and they're all really simple.
They are. And here's where it gets even better. Ready for the trick that's going to make you remember all of these forever?
Yes, give it to me.
Okay, here it is. Meetings are like a traffic light.
A traffic light. Okay, I'm listening.
Think about it. Green light, you agree. You say, great point, or I was just thinking that. Green means go, keep moving forward.
Okay, green for agree. I like that.
Yellow, you're not sure yet, or you partially agree. You say, I see it a little differently, or that's one way to look at it. Yellow means slow down, think about it.
Oh, so yellow is for I'm not disagreeing completely, but I'm not fully agreeing either.
Exactly. And red, you need to stop something, like an interruption. You say, let me just finish my thought. Or you need to ask for clarification. Could you clarify that? Red means stop. Let's make sure we understand.
Okay, that's actually brilliant. Green for agree, yellow for disagree gently, red for stop or ask for help.
Yes, and the best part, you already know traffic lights. You've known them your whole life, so now you'll never forget these phrases.
Green, yellow, red. Okay, I'm totally using that. So if I'm in a meeting and someone says something I agree with, I think green. Great point, building on that.
Perfect. And if you disagree, yellow. I see it a little differently.
And if someone interrupts me, red. Let me just finish my thought.
You've got it. See? You already know this stuff.
Okay, but I want to practice for real. Can we do some practice scenarios together?
Absolutely. That's exactly what we're doing next, and I want everyone watching to practice with us. Pause the video if you need a second, but try to say the words out loud.
Yeah, don't just watch, actually say the words. It feels weird at first, but that's how you learn.
Okay, scenario 1. You're in a meeting. Your boss says, I think we should launch the product in March, but you think April is better because you need more time to test it. What do you say? Speaker 1?
Okay, I want to disagree politely, so yellow light. I'll say, I see it a little differently. I think April might be better because we need more testing time.
Perfect. That was exactly right. You didn't say you're wrong, you just shared your perspective. Everyone watching, try it right now. Say it with me. I see it a little differently.
I see it a little differently.
Great. Okay, scenario 2. Someone on your team shares a really good idea. You love it. You want to show you agree and add to it. What do you say?
Green light. Great point. Building on that, we could also...
Yes, and finish that sentence. Building on that, we could also...
Building on that, we could also start the research earlier.
Perfect. You just participated in a meeting and added value. Everyone watching, your turn. Fill in the blank. Great point. Building on that, we could also... Say your idea out loud.
Did you say something? Awesome. Okay, next scenario.
Scenario 3. You're explaining your idea. You're in the middle of your sentence, and someone interrupts you and starts talking. What do you do?
Red light. I say, let me just finish my thought.
Yes, and here's the key. Say it calmly, not angry. Let me just finish my thought. Then continue what you were saying.
Okay, let me try with emotion. Let me just finish my thought. As I was saying, I think we should test first.
Perfect. That's exactly how you do it. Okay, scenario 4, harder one. Someone uses a word you don't know. They say, we need to synergize our cross-functional deliverables.
What does that even mean?
Nobody knows. That's corporate nonsense. But instead of pretending you understand, what do you say?
Red light again. Could you clarify what you mean by synergize?
Yes. Or can you give me an example of what that looks like?
Ooh, I like that one better. Can you give me an example? Because then they have to explain with a real situation.
Exactly. And 9 times out of 10, they can't give a good example, which means maybe their idea isn't that great.
That's such a power move. I love it.
Okay, last scenario. This one's tricky. You have something important to say, but 2 other people are talking. There's no pause. What do you do?
I say, sorry to interrupt, but this is important. Then I say my thing quickly.
Yes, and here's a bonus tip. If you say sorry to interrupt, but then you don't say anything important, that's bad. So only use this if you really have something valuable.
Got it. So don't interrupt just to hear my own voice.
Exactly. Okay, so let's do a quick speed round. I'm going to say a situation and you say the phrase. Ready?
Ready.
You agree with someone's idea.
Great point. Building on that,
You disagree politely.
I see it a little differently.
You are interrupted.
Let me just finish my thought.
You don't understand something.
Can you give me an example?
You have an idea to share.
What if we try this instead?
You need to interrupt with something important.
Sorry to interrupt, but this is important.
Yes, look at you. You just answered everything perfectly.
That actually felt really good, like I could do this. I could actually speak in meetings.
You can, and that's the whole point. You already have the English skills. You just needed the confidence and the right phrases.
Okay, so let me summarize what I learned today. First, I learned that meetings are like traffic lights. Green means agree. Great point, or I was just thinking that too. Yellow means disagree gently. I see it a little differently. Red means stop or ask for help. Let me finish, or can you clarify?
Perfect summary. And you also learned how to share ideas with what if we, and how to handle interruptions politely.
And the most important thing, I don't need perfect English. I just need useful English.
That's right. You've got this. And hey, if this episode helped you, we make new ones every week.
Yeah, so hit that subscribe button if you want more of this. We've got some really cool episodes coming up.
Next time, we're talking about small talk that actually works. You know, those conversations before meetings start when you're standing by the coffee machine and don't know what to say.
Oh, I'm terrible at that. Nice weather we're having.
Exactly. So we're fixing that next week. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it.
All right, before we go, comment below with one sentence you'd say in your next meeting. Use one of the phrases we learned today.
We'll read them and give you a virtual high five. Okay, everyone.
You've got this.
You've got this. See you next time.
Keep practicing, and remember, traffic lights.